praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the other sincere followers of this truth, the remnant. Okay. All right. Today is going to be part. I can't believe we're so far along in this video already, but on this topic already. But this is going to be part 5, I think. I don't know. We'll find out in the title. I always forget what video we're on, what part this is. All right. We're gonna start out with. Oh yeah, this is the topic of Lazarus and the rich man. All right. We're gonna pick up at John chapter 19, and we're gonna read verses 10 and 11. All right, 10 and 11. All right. So this is John 19, verses 10 and 11 in the King James. And it reads, Then saith Pilate unto him, all right, this is when they had Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh is whom the world ignorantly calls God. All right, God is a title and a trait, but his name is, the Almighty's name is Yahweh. Right, and his son, the only begotten, the Messiah, our big brother, right, our Father in spirit. Okay, his name is Yahweh Shai. All right, that is whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, among many other names. Excuse me. Trust this camera. So this is when the Romans had Yahweh Shai. All right, that's what it's talking about. So verse 10 in John 19 of the King James, it says, Then saith Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? All right. So he's like, you're not talking to me? Don't you know I have the power to determine what happens to you? All right. And this next one is in the red letter. So you know it's Yahweh Shai replying back. So it says, Yahweh Shai answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivereth me unto thee hath the greater sin. All right. So all the power Edomites have, okay, was given by the Lord. All right, Yahweh. But Esau thinks he has the power himself. He thinks he himself has power. All right, he doesn't even consider the Lord once again. All right, Esau came against us because we sinned, and this was a great thing. All right, in a bad way. Okay, he's being used as our whipping stick. Okay, for lack of a better word. So let's see if the NLT holds up to that truth. All right, let's see. John 19 verses 10 and 11 in the NLT. It says, Why don't you talk to me? Pilate demanded. Don't you realize that I have the power to release you or crucify you? Verse 11 says, Then Yahushua said, You could have no power over me at all unless it were given to you from above. All right. So the one who handed me over to you has the greater sin. All right. Because it was Yahushua's own people that did this thing. All right. Pilate is just there being used as a weapon. Okay. As a whooping stick. Everyone is put in place for a reason, but I hope you get what I'm saying, or what the scriptures are saying. So this is John 19, 10 and 11, again in the Good News translation. All right. Let me get to it. It's right here on this page. All right. It says, Pilate said to him, You will not speak to me? Remember, I have the authority to set you free and also to have you crucified. Basically, like, I have the power, man. You talk to me, all right? Yahushua answered, you have authority over me only because it was given to you by God. So the man who handed me over to you is guilty of a worse sin. Okay? So again, Esau thinks he has the power. He doesn't even consider the Lord is using him for a purpose. Okay? We spoke about this in a previous topic about vessels made for righteousness and vessels made to the contrary. All right? Paraphrasing. And Esau and these other nations are the contrary vessel, just like the rich man. All right? Anyway, let's go to Isaiah 53 and verse 7 now. All right. Isaiah 53 and verse 7. All right. It reads, he was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb. All right. Shearers, excuse me. So he openeth not his mouth. All right. So what does a person do that is brought to court? All right. He defends himself. Yahushua kept quiet because he already knew what was to happen. All right. He is the lamb, and prophecy had to happen. All right. This had to play out. He knew what was coming. All right. He knew what was coming. But he did not let Pilate know that but he did let Pilate know. He let Pilate know that he had no power. He did open his mouth and tell him that. And you ain't got no power, man. You have no power. All right. Okay, let me read that again in the NLT. All right, Isaiah 53 verse 7 in the NLT. All right, Isaiah 53 and 7 in the NLT. It reads, he was oppressed and treated harshly, yet he never said a word. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is still silent before shearers, he did not open his mouth. All right. He knew what was up. Okay. I got to get the good news again. All right. All of you who've been on this channel know or are used to me going to these translations. All right. We go here to see if these translations hold up to the truth, not to see if the truth holds up to these translations. All right. So when you read something that's in a different translation, you can't say, well, the truth ain't the truth because this says this. No. You know that translation is off. All right. So Isaiah 53, verse 7, it reads, in the good news, it reads, he was treated harshly, but endured it humbly. All right. That is a part of our walk also, right? Okay. He never said a word, like a lamb about to be slaughtered, like a sheep about to be sheared. He never said a word. All right. So now let's go to Jeremiah 15 and 15. Yeah, Pilate was trying to make him say something, man. Jeremiah 15 and verse 15 in the King James. But Yahushua told him, like, man, you ain't got no power. You have no idea what you even talking about, man. Jeremiah 15 and verse 15. The heading says Jeremiah prays, all right? It says, O Lord, thou knowest, remember me and visit me and revenge me of my persecutors, all right? Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I have suffered rebuke. Okay, so no one cares about us. All right. No one cares about us. Okay. Uh, Even if they try to act like they have empathy, if your enemy tries to act like he cares, you gotta be aware of that too. All right. He's just kind of trying to get closer to you in your low points to destroy you some more. Okay. So no one cares about us nor our low state. All right. We are overlooked now. No one wants to even talk about the things that happen over here, especially. All right. They want you to look past that and remember all these other sufferings. Okay. We are not pitied at all. Okay. All right. So let's go now to. Did I read that in the NLT? No, I didn't. Let's go Jeremiah 15 and 15 in the NLT. All right. It reads, "Then I said, Lord, you know what's happening to me. Please step in and help me. Punish my persecutors. Please give me time. Don't let me die young. It's for your sake that I am suffering." All right. This is all about the Lord. All right. All right. We're living these things out that He wanted us to live out. And He gives us examples over and over in these scriptures. One example being the topic of these videos lately is Lazarus and the rich man. All right. Again, in the good news, Jeremiah 15 and 15. It reads, "Then I said," all right, Jeremiah, "Lord, you understand. Remember me and help me. Let me have revenge on those who persecute me. Do not be so patient with them that they succeed in killing me. Remember that it is for your sake that I am insulted." All right. Let's go to Luke now. So nobody really cares about us, man. Except for the Lord loves the hell out of us, man. He loves us. All right. But He does what every father has to do. He chastises us, man. Okay. Let's go Luke 16 and 22. Actually, give me a quick second. Hold on a second. All right. Excuse me. Um, just that quick. I forgot where I was at. In the good news. Okay, now we're gonna go to Luke chapter 16 and verse 22. All right. Back to the parable. All right. Luke 16 verse 22. Okay. It reads, "And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom." All right. "The rich man also died and was buried." Okay. So Abraham's bosom represents the chariots of the Lord. You know, when He comes back here, we are going to be delivered up into the chariots. All right. As those missiles are hitting here, okay, as those missiles are hitting, um, we're going to be brought up into the chariots. Okay. So Abraham's bosom represents the chariots of the Lord. So Lazarus will be carried in Abraham's bosom because the time of our affliction is done. Huh. There is a time when this is going to be done, man. All this bullshit we go through is going to be done. It's going to be over. But also at that time, all right, at that time that we are taken into the chariots and the missiles hit, that's going to be a time of too late. I mean, the too late probably is going to come right before that. But hey, there is a such thing as too late also. All right. Anyway, that's a message to you 2/3, man. Actually, that's a message to all Israelites because we don't know who is who. All right. We have clues in this Bible, but all right. But anyway, so let me get back to the topic before I go off into something else. All right. So Lazarus will be carried away in Abraham's bosom because the time of our affliction is done. When the judgment comes on the earth and everything is renewed, um, that's when we will get carried away in the chariots, which again, that's what Abraham's bosom represents. Okay, see how that holds up in the NLT, Luke 19:22. All right, Luke 19 and verse 22. Oh, yeah, 16. Excuse me. I was looking like what? Luke 16 and 22. It reads, finally, the poor man died and was carried by the angels to sit beside Abraham at the heavenly banquet. All right, the rich man also died and was buried. Okay, so again, Abraham's bosom represents what? Chariots. All right, Luke 9 or Luke 16, verse 22 in the Good News. All right, it reads, the poor man died and was carried by the angels to sit beside Abraham at the feast in heaven. The rich man died and was buried. Okay. All right. Let's go on again. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 20 reads, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. All right, at the end of this video, we're going to go into what indignation is being spoken about here. Okay, we're going to go into Revelation and talk about a warning he told us to give. But again, you can see here, come, my people, enter into thy chambers. What chambers? Those chariots. Or what is in this parable? Abraham's bosom. It's likened to that. All right. Again, Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. All right. Hope you can see. Hope you can tie these things together, man. Hope you can see what's going on. Let me read that in NLT. Isaiah 26 and 20. Right? Yep. Isaiah 26 and verse 20. The heading in the NLT above verse 20 says restoration for Israel. All right, it reads, go home, my people, and lock your doors. Hide yourselves for a little while until the Lord's anger has passed. That's kind of going off a little bit. It doesn't say go home. He's telling you to come in to them doors, them chariots, all right? Okay? So that NLT doesn't really hold up. I mean, if it said come home, my people, lock the door, all right? Okay? That's why it says a little leaven can leaven the whole lump. One word can throw you off, man. One word. Hey, many a doctrine has been started from one word, all right? That's why I said the translations have to hold up to the truth, all right? Not the opposite. Truth doesn't have to conform to the translation. The translation has to be able to hold up to the truth. In order to know the truth, you have to have a foundation. You have to have the will, power, and spirit of the Lord working with you, man. Which again is a gift, not given to everyone. Right? Let's do this again. Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. All right. How else do you build a foundation? Okay. He has men down here that'll guide you to the truth. But he tells you to read and to study. All right. All right. In the good news, Isaiah 26 and verse 20 does the same thing as the NLT. All right. I'll read it anyway. But just so you know, the King James outdoes these two translations. The heading above verse 20 in the good news is judgment and restoration. All right, it says, "Go into your houses, my people, and shut the door behind you. Hide yourselves for a little while until God's anger is over." All right, go into your houses. That's all right. He's telling you to come into the chariot. He's going to shut the doors behind us and hide us for a little bit from the indignation. All right, that's coming on the rest of this planet, man. We are not going to have missiles on our plates at the end of this. Okay, the remnant. Anyway, again, that points to Abraham. Let me read that in the King James again. Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed." Okay? So, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, so again, Abraham's bosom represents the chariots of the Lord, all right? And right here it's telling you to come into the chariots and hide from this indignation. Like I said again, at the end of this lesson, we're going to touch on that for a quick second, all right? Let's now go to Colossians 3 and Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. All right. Again, you'll probably beat me there, but I'll be there in a minute. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. The heading above chapter 3 says, in the King James, all right, it says, "Live as God's people." Okay. It says, "If ye then be risen with a Mashiach," Ha is the, Mashiach is Messiah, all right. "If ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above," okay, "where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of God." All right. So we got to seek higher things, man. Live in the spirit. Okay. So we look for righteous things, right? For heavenly things, for things from on high, which is the deliverance. We look for that to come, man. All right. That's going to be a great thing to behold. The greatest thing that has happened thus far on this planet. All right. Even greater than how he exodus us out of Egypt. It's going to be greater than that. And there's a scripture stating that also. All right. That's not going to be talked about too much anymore. What's going to be talked about is our deliverance from this place known as Babylon the Great. Okay. So we look for the chariots, man. All right, which are what they call UFOs or UAPs. They have no understanding of what these things are. So if you hear about one getting shot down or crashing, that's one of theirs. All right, that's something that they did. They can't touch the chariots of the Lord. All right. Okay. So our lives, all right, we know that our lives really rest with Yahweh Shai. Okay. That's where we live. We live in him now. All right. We live in the spirit now. And we look for him to come. Okay. Now, let's go to Colossians. Let's read the next verse. It says, Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. Okay? That's pretty self explanatory. The rich man, all right, going back to this parable, the rich man is faring, but we shouldn't look for these things because our riches are in heaven. All right? All these things down here are going to fade away, man. Okay? All these things are going to fade away. All right? So if you are reaching for these things, just like Esau is, all right, that's a trap for you from Esau, as a matter of fact. Distractions from what you should have your mind set on, right? The heavenly things. Okay? So the rich man, Esau, Edom, right? Or the rich man in the parable is faring sumptuously every day, all right? But we shouldn't look for these things because our riches are in heaven. We know this. All right, back to Colossians chapter 3 and verse 3 now. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushua in God, all right? All right? So our lives, our true lives, okay, are hidden with Yahushua, all right? Let me read those again in the NLT and in the Good News. And I'll probably stop this video for now. And we're not done with this subject matter, though, all right? We're not done with this, but let me go ahead and read Colossians chapter 3, 1 through 3 in the NLT. All right. Colossians chapter 3, 1 through 3 in the NLT. And the heading of chapter 3 is Living the New Life. Right? It says, since you have been raised to new life with Hamashiach, set your sights on the realities of heaven, where Hamashiach sits in the place of honor at Yahweh's right hand. All right? Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. For you died to this life, and your real life is hidden with Hamashiach in Yahushua, or in Yahweh, excuse me. All right? Okay? Let me do that again in the Good News to see how that holds up. That did all right in NLT. Okay? Let's see if the Good News holds up. Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 through 3. All right? It says, you have been raised to life with Hamashiach. So set your hearts on the things that are in heaven, where Hamashiach sits on his throne at the right side of Yahweh. Keep your minds fixed on things there, not on things here on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Hamashiach in Yahweh. All right, we did on this channel, I had did a video with the topic being money, get it how you live and die. All right, and this speaks it. I don't even know if I read this. Read these Colossians 1 through 3 would have been nice to have in that video on that topic. All right, money, which is all right. There's two monies. You can have your focus here on earth and get what they tell you money is. Always chase what they tell you money is, and die doing it. All right, die living wickedly. That's what they. That's the path that they have you on. That's the path that they have you chasing. And money is that carrot. All right, money is that carrot, and you an ass chasing this shit. Okay, and you're never gonna reach. You're never gonna reach the top, man. Ever. All right, for you Israelites. Okay, you're never gonna reach the top. All right, so you're gonna get it how you live. You're gonna get money wickedly. You're gonna get wicked money wickedly. All right, and you're gonna die doing it. Okay, the Lord is going to smite you, man. All right, he's going to pour out his cup of indignation on you without mixture, man. Pure indignation. Them flames. Okay? Or, all right, there was a flip side to that. Money. What is money to us, remnant? Lord willing, I'm of that number. Okay, what is money to us, remnant? These things. Look at all this money, man. Money. All of this. Okay? Get it how you live. We live in the spirit, man. We get this money. We listen when the Lord knocks at the door. We open the door and he comes in and sups with us, man. We get it how we live, and we die to this world. Just like it said in Colossians 3, 1 through 3. I got to read this again, right? You have been raised to life. This is in the good news. You have been raised to life with Hamashiach. So set your hearts on the things that are in heaven, where Hamashiach sits on the throne at the right hand side of Yahweh. Keep your minds fixed on things there, not on things here on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Hamashiach in Yahweh. All right? So, I'm going to close this video out. We're not done with this topic, though. All right? We got at least one more video on this topic. At least one more. Okay? But I'm going to go into something else. Okay? I hope you are keeping in mind that this still is about the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Okay? All of these things tie in. Okay? I hope you're in the spirit listening to this, man. So, one of the things that the Lord, all right, tells his men to do on earth is to what? Give warning to the remnant. Because that is what this gospel is for. Gospel meaning good news. It's only for the remnant. It's not even for all Israel. Okay? It's not for everyone. Definitely not for everyone. It's not even for all Israel. It's only for 1/3 of Israelites in this continent, on this continent that we know as North America or America, all right, in this country. Okay, so that is whom this message is geared towards, because this is where the deliverance, the great deliverance, is going to happen. Okay, so we are stressing the point here because this is Babylon the Great, BKA, the future site of the lake of fire. All right, AKA America. All right. So we are to give warning. Warning of what? All right. This is going to come over all the world. All right. But you people in America, all right, you have to take heed to this. All right. You are the ones being lulled to sleep while this thing is taking on everything outside of you. You think it's not going to touch you. You have that American pride on you where you think nothing is coming to this place. All right. You stink of that pride. It is everywhere. The stink of the American pride is everywhere. All right. And that's a child of Esau's pride. All right. It has shit rolls downhill, man. Shit rolls downhill. All right. So this is a warning. Okay. This is one of the warnings that are coming. This is a prophecy. Prophecy is speak before, to tell before, to speak before it happens. All right. So this is something that hasn't happened yet. How can I say that it's in the earth, but it hasn't happened yet? Is because of the prophecy. Now, when I read this, you'll see. All right. This is Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. All right. And it reads, and he causeth all. Now, warning. Okay. This is something you need to listen to. Okay. And he causeth all. Who is that he? Okay. That is Esau Edom, the rich man. All right. One who fares sumptuously every day. Okay. He has you chasing this money. And in doing that, this is what he's going to do. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? So there's something called a micro C hip. You put that together. Micro, the letter C, the word hip. You got it. All right. It is in the world already. Search wallet more. Wallet, like the thing you carry money in. Man, it's just started raining. It's beautiful out here, man. It's misting right now. But I always say this when it rains. The rain somewhere, everywhere, is causing a seed to grow. Okay? All right? And that's likened to the tribulation that we go through. It causes you to grow, man. But you need the cleanest water. The cleanest water is going to get you to grow the way you should grow. All right. Anyway, so yeah, it's beautiful out here, man. Anyway, so uh, you can look up wallet more. You know the thing that you put your money in and put in your back pocket for you men out there. All right. The thing that you put your money in to put in your purse for you women out there. I don't even know if they call it wallets, but you know what I mean. WALLET. All right. Wallet more. WALLETMOR. All right. Look up that company. All right. Look here on YouTube for that company. And check them videos out. All right. And those are old videos. You can imagine how fast technology is moving and where this is going. Okay. Consider these scriptures when you go look at that. Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. Okay? And then look elsewhere. Look outside of Wallamore. Look at Sweden. What's going on in Sweden with their money, with their electronic money? What's going on there? What are a lot of people? What's the new thing that's happening there? Which, when I say new, all right, just take that with a grain of salt. But what's going on there? What's being talked about in Sweden that's going on there with people and their money and how they have gotten closer to their money, for lack of a better word, all right? All right, you can also look up Neuralink. Neuralink, all right? If that's not coming through too clear, look up Elon Musk and his technology, his brain technology. Look that up, okay? Consider these scriptures when you see those things, all right? And don't think that these are the only two companies that are doing this. You better believe that there are other companies trying to keep up with the cutting edge of technology. And that's not a small thing that that word is cutting. The cutting edge of technology, all right? Okay? Because they have to cut you and put this thing in you, man. All right? Consider these scriptures. This is verse 17 now, Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? You ain't going to be able to buy or sell without this. You are going to be out of society. All right? They have told you this. They straight up told you. All right? Out of their own mouths. For some reason, you won't believe it when it comes from the men of the Lord, all right? But, hey, when they tell you, you believe them, all right? You know what else they're telling you? They are the devil that the Bible speaks of. But unless they put it in what is that? If they put it in a Devil for Dummies book, you know, written by uh, 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 Gil Bates, all right? If they're telling you something, all right, this thing is already in the works. It's already been in the works, man. You should listen to the men of the Lord, all right? But the Lord won't allow you to unless he planted you, okay? So do not take this mark, man. Don't take it, all right? Do not take it. They are going to come at you a couple different ways. When I say a couple, I mean many different ways. There's a convenience list, meaning they'll give you money. All right, imagine when they came out with that C-19 thing in your shoulder. How many different ways did they tempt you? It's going to be like that, but on steroids, man. All right, that stuff and more. Okay, give you money, credits, because the dollar is dying. I don't know why you don't know about that if you don't. All right, the dollar is dying. Okay, The dollar is being railroaded on purpose. Okay? They'll offer you credits in your account. They'll offer you, I don't know, a house, a car. Uh, they might offer you one of them babies they got on the. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. This video might get flagged like a mug if I say that. But they'll offer you things off the black market. All right. They offer you free trips to the brothel. All right. Uh, lottery tickets, a chance at scholarships. All right, to indoctrinate you more. They might just tell you to come on in instead of rolling a ball in the thing. They'll just group all of y'all up that want to go learn what they are trying to put into your head. All right. I don't know. They'll tell you that, with the mind thing, they'll tell you that you'll have a power, something like telekinesis, all right? Because all of you will be connected and y'all can talk to each other maybe, you know what I mean? All right, a lot of conveniences, cars, all right? Planes, trains, and automobiles, okay? They're going to offer you a lot of things, okay? Even Satan told the Lord that he would give him all the kingdoms, from the least to the greatest, if he just did what he wanted him to do, okay? So they're going to offer you everything from the least to the greatest thing that you can imagine. Now, there's another way they're going to do this. Threats, all right? And don't think that they're not going to follow through with their threats, man. These people are evil, bloodthirsty. If you don't think that, look around, all right? Look around you, all right? They're going to threaten to kill you. If you think you Rambo or He-Man or whatever, and you cool with being on the run from them, you gonna be all right. All right, they're gonna kill your family, your daughters, your sons, your brothers, your sisters, mothers, fathers, cousins, uncles, aunties, nieces, nephews, everybody. All right, and make you watch. You think they're just gonna grab you because you've been on the run, but hey man, they're gonna torture the shit out of you. Whether that be by torturing your body or torturing someone that you love. All right, don't put anything past these people, man. Okay, they're gonna take away your cars, everything they offer you. All right, extra, they can take away what you have. They're going to take away your house, your vehicles, your plane, trains, and automobiles if you're a rich Israelite, all right? Because you think you tough now because you got some type of money and position in this life, all right? You don't want to give it up to tell the truth. You going to give it up if they want you to give it up, all right? If the Lord puts it on them to make you give it up, you going to give it up, all right? But they're gonna threaten you, man. Do not take this micro C hip. Okay? There is no scripture saying that you will be able to repent or that you will be saved after taking this thing. Okay? That you're going to be on the chariot even if you took a chip. No. There's no scripture saying that. But there is something that does talk about what if you take it? In the very next chapter, Revelation 14, read verses 9 and 10. All right, let's do that. King James Version. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice." That's the thing. This ain't going to be no secret when it happens to you. The men of the Lord have been telling you. The Lord told us from the beginning about this stuff, man. It's going to be no secret. But still, this angel going to say with a loud voice, just to confirm what these words are already saying. Listen to this. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and take his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand." All right, didn't that sound like what we was talking about, not taking, or what is going to be forced on the world? 17 and 18. Okay. Revelation 13, 17, and 18, or 16 and 17 is what this is referring to. Okay. I'm going to start all over. Verse 9 and 10. It says, "And the third angel followed them." This is Revelation 14, verses 9 and 10. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Listen up, this is verse 10. What's going to happen to people who take this thing? The same shall drink, not might drink, not possibility drink, right? Not might, not maybe, not possible, all right? Shall drink. You will drink. You gon' drink, all right? Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. And that already don't sound good, man. Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Just straight righteous anger you about to get, man. Does that not scare you? And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, what did we just talk about? For the remnant, he's going to say, come into thy chambers. Come into Abraham's bosom, which is those chariots, man. As if it were for a short while, until the indignation be over. All right? All right, that's going to be that indignation is going to be that fire and brimstone that you getting poured out on you. In the presence of the Messiah. In the presence of Hamashiach. In the presence of Yahweh Shai. All right? That's what that is. So, how can we say that this thing is on the earth, but this prophecy hasn't happened yet? It's because at the beginning of 17, Revelation 13 and 17, or excuse me, at the beginning of 16, in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, it says, and he causeth all. So yes, this thing is in the earth, but it hasn't been made mandatory yet. But it's coming. It is coming. All right? And the Lord warned you of this. The Lord warned all of us about this. All right? You can't say that it's not coming, but I can picture it now. At the end, somebody going to say you didn't know. Somebody going to say, well, I didn't know. Why didn't anybody tell me? It's not going to work. All right? He said that his word is going out into all the earth. To all four corners of the earth. Everyone knows about this thing, man. All right? Everyone knows about this thing. By that time, everyone will have known about this thing. Okay? All right? You didn't like the way it was wrapped when it came to you. It came wrapped up in all this truth. You didn't want to listen to it. All right? You have to eat this whole roll. You don't, you miss out on this. Okay? So quit turning a blind eye to this if you can. If the Lord didn't will you to have eyes and ears to see and hear, and you're not going to. Okay? And it is beautiful out here, man. This rain, it's just beautiful out here. But so with that, we're gonna stop this video. But we are not done with this topic of Lazarus and the rich man. All right. So Lord willing, you'll join in the next video and get some more of this money, get some more of this truth. All right. Which every day is a beautiful day to tell the truth, to listen to the truth, to hear the truth, to read and study the truth. Okay. And to realize, if you are of the remnant, that the Lord has gifted you the ability to do all those things. All right. So don't worry. It was a gift for you not to hear it too. For you wicked motherfuckers, man. All right. Okay. That was your lump of coal if you believe in that damn Christmas shit. That's some bullshit too. That's a fable right there also. All right. But anyway, so with that, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth, and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to you other sincere followers of the truth, all right? AKA, BKA, the remnant, okay? Lord willing, we'll see you next time. Shalom.